Welcome back for another video in this series. I'm going to get right into it. I changed a couple of things since the last video, and I just want to make sure everybody's aware of it. I previously had the flare and chaff classes in this aircraft folder, and I've moved them to a weapons countermeasures folder. Nice and simple. I also fixed my air brake animation that was broken. It was only showing the left side because I didn't realize there was animations for both the left and the right side air brakes. So I came down and added in the right side air brake animations to the blueprint. They're exactly the same as the left side, so there's nothing unusual there. So that fixed my air brake problem. And I created a chaff uh, Niagara system, and I'm not going to do a video on this. Basically, all I did was I took the default confetti emitter. I created a system from the default confetti emitter, and I made the particles a little larger, and I tried to darken them up. You can't really see it, so I don't know if this is even going to matter that much. But I wanted to go ahead and create the shaft just so it's implemented. So I'm going to come in here to the input actions and create another. I'm going to just duplicate this flare one and call it score chaff, and going to map it just like everything else. But I think I might have already mapped the key I wanted to use. Let me check my rudders. Yeah, I'm going to use the C key. Running out of keys. So I guess I'll use the V key right below the F next to the C. Might as well. So we'll create this mapping. V. There we go. Should fix that up. Let me save everything. So I need to come into my aircraft class and create input and create an input action and a method. So I'm going to copy the flare one. Basically exactly the same thing. Chaff action down here. Chaff started. Method, create a definition. It's all going to be exactly the same as what I did for the flare. We'll create the mapping here to chaff started, and in my countermeasures component, I'm going to create a method. Create definition. And right here, we'll hook it up. Chaff method. And in my countermeasures ++ file, I'm basically going to do this exact same thing that I'm doing here, except I'm not going to have a sound. There's not really a sound, I don't think, when a chaff launches. For this, I need to create that variable. Shit. Okay, so first I need to create a member variable here for my Chaff class. Oh, and I have one. Oh, I just need to include the header. Alrighty then, header included. This needs to be a Aspen Chaff. So now my Chaff class needs a projectile movement component and probably a Niagara system and everything. You know what? I'm just gonna copy it right out of here. This is, I think, the meta sound source that I don't need anymore because I put it on my countermeasures component. I knew I had it somewhere. Okay, actually, I want the lifetime as well. So I'm going to grab all of these and paste them in here. I'm also going to grab this guy right here. Forward declare this guy. Okay, now there's one more, and this Niagara component needs to be declared. Okay, there's one more thing I'm going to want here because I don't want the shaft to explode this very instant it comes out of the aircraft. I want there to be a fuse, I guess, is the best word to say it. Actually, you know what? It's going to come out so fast. Maybe it doesn't matter. So this is what my chaff class looks like. And I'm going to also just grab, you know what I'm going to grab? Grab this. I'm going to make the lifetime, the default lifetime, a little bit bigger. This one, you know, I'm going to double it. If they don't burn out, they just fall to the ground. I'm not going to leave it long enough for it to fall all the way, but 10 seconds is plenty long enough. Really, 5 is probably enough, but I'll leave it at 10. My countermeasures component. Double check. Yep, should be good. Okay, so I'm going to compile everything. And we'll give that a minute. Okay, so that's done compiling. So I have a bunch of configuration I need to do. Let's come into weapons, countermeasures. I'm going to create a new blueprint class from my Chaff class. Call that BP underscore Aspen underscore Chaff. Oops. And so we're going to set Niagara system. That's what that's going to look like. Okay. Projectile movement. I don't think I need to do anything here. Okay, so I have my shaft. So now if I open up my scene, and we'll hook up the input. And our countermeasures, we need to set that class, and that is not correct. I must have a mistake in my code. I look at the countermeasures component. Chaff, F class. Not initializing anything, but probably shouldn't need to. I'm not showing up. You're wrong. There it's from Aspen Chaff, exactly the way it should. I not compile. Oops. Huh. That's very odd. File again just for the hell of it. No, doesn't look like there's anything new. Oh, well, that should be fixed. I need to fix that. Not my problem, but what in the world? Go and fix this. Okay, file again. Okay, let me look and see what everything countermeasures chaff class done. Wow. Oh wow, look, none is showing up here too. What the hell's going on? Really weird. But I'm going to kill live coding, run it from the debugger here because something odd going on, and usually when something odd is happening, first thing I check. Okay, now I'm launched in the debugger. Let me see what's what. There we go. Okay, so now that I've been able to set my chaff, there you go. Okay, now you know what? I really need to run this screen. So the chaff is going to be basically impossible to see. So what I'm looking for is to see it show up in the window over here in my outliner. Somewhere I don't have something hooked up. So let's run back through everything. C++ class, my aircraft class, I have my action and my chaff started. Action, chaff action is wired to chaff started. Chaff started, wired to the launch chaff method of my component. Launch chaff method. Check. Sure there's aircraft and a chaff class. Okay. Now look at my aircraft and my inputs. Chaff action is hooked up. Countermeasures. Chaff is set. Should be everything. Let me, what I might have to do again is launch the debug window, launch the editor from the debugger here, and I'll put a breakpoint in this launch chaff method. Just make sure chaff class. You know what? I'm thinking I should set. Let me stop this. Initial velocity, initial speed. You know what? Let me just leave it like it is. Okay, editor's launched in debug mode, so let me fire up. And you know what? I might have to take out. Nothing's working, so maybe my context isn't hooked up. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. Idiot. There we go. but whatever. So that's done. Um, so this is a really short video, but I think I'm going to stop it here because I think really, well, you know what? Maybe I'll go ahead and start implementing a little bit of the machine gun cannon. The trick is if I want to start working on the weapons, I need to be able to define a weapon loadout. So I need like a spawn screen. I need like a when you enter the world, you need to enter as a spectator, and um, you then need to see a screen where you pick how you want to spawn. You can spawn as a soldier or as an aircraft, and if you spawn as an aircraft, you need to get another screen that lets you choose which weapons are going to go on which pylons. Um, so that's going to be a lot of work. Maybe though I should just go ahead and start building out something very simple here. So I know I'm going to have a Niagara system for the cannon. So first of all, let's do okay. So got a variable has cannon true. Gonna have a max cannon rounds, current cannon rounds. Um, what did I call this? What did I call that? I didn't call it anything. Just called it flare. All right. Fire. Um, oh, it's okay. So then my weapons component, I need to initialize that cannon fire system. Okay. We compile that. Okay, so that's done. Open up my aircraft blueprint. And my weapons system. As Canon 500 and our particle system. I cannot remember. There's the Niagara system that comes with the aircraft. Not remember. Oh, here we go. So we got F16 guns. And so we have a gun. Do we have a gun socket? Oh yeah, there we go. Look at the setting here to auto activate. There we go. No, I don't want it. There we go. Okay, so I need that. I need for the Niagara system to actually spawn up here. So I'm going to go ahead and move. Actually, I can't, can I? Not a scene component. So let's change that. And let me relaunch the editor. Okay, my editor's launched. Let me open my blueprint again. Now my weapon system is a scene component, and I should be able to move. There we go. Be able to see it. Okay, I guess I'll have to make a quick input. And there, call it Canon. And context, mapping. I'm gonna map it. Trigger, actually, yeah, I'll map it to the trigger on the gamepad. So, in our aircraft class again, I'm gonna do an action. I'm gonna do started and completed. Make definitions for these. Come up to our setup player input component and do and cannon started and cannon completed. Okay, so those both have okay, those are both hooked up. And now we're going to come into our weapons component. Start and end cannon fire. Create both of these. And all we're going to do for now is activate and deactivate particle system. Okay, there we go. Back in our aircraft. Our cannon started and cannon completed then. Start cannon fire on cannon started. End cannon fire on completed. You compile that. Okay, so that compile is done. So back in my aircraft blueprint now. I've got my cannon action. Not working right. Initialized wrong class. Yep, okay. Relaunch the editor. Okay, editor's launched. It's no good. Huh. Nothing's saved. I keep forgetting. Blueprint. There we go. Okay. Now. So I still got some work to do there. So I wonder if that should actually be a factor component, and I'll bet that's what needs to happen. Let me stop this. Stop. There we go.